Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Hannah Nixon, and I am the Director of Marketing at TCARE. We're super excited to share this session with you, supporting caregivers through connection and introduction to one of our fabulous partners, Amintro. At TCARE, we often hear how isolating caregiving can feel, so we're glad to highlight tools that help caregivers and families stay connected. Today, we're joined by Charlene Nadalin, founder and CEO of Amintro, who will walk through the platform and how it supports connection and caregiver well-being. Thanks again for joining us, and we hope you find this session helpful.
Thank you so much for having me today. I'm Charlene Nadlin, founder and CEO of Amintro. And before anything else, I'm also a caregiver to my 81-year-old mom. And that role has changed how I see everything. There's a moment many caregivers experience, and you may have seen it yourself or lived it, where something shifts. It's the moment when you realize this isn't temporary, this is now part of your life. For me, that moment wasn't dramatic. It was quiet. It was in the small decisions, appointments, questions, uncertainty, trying to figure things out without a clear place to turn. And what I realized very quickly was this. It's not that support doesn't exist. It's that it's incredibly hard to find, navigate, and trust. And at the same time, I saw something else. On the other side of caregiving are older adults who are increasingly disconnected. So today, I want to talk about that shared reality, the growing challenge of supporting caregivers and older adults, but more importantly, how we can solve it together. Let me start with a simple question. When was the last time you made a new friend? Not through work, not through family, but a genuine, meaningful connection. Take a second to think about that. For many adults over 50, that answer is hard to remember, and for some, it's even harder. It may never happen again. I once spoke with someone who had recently retired. Their children had moved away, their routine changed overnight, and they said something I've never forgotten. I didn't realize how small my world had become until I tried to think of someone to call. Now imagine that same person beginning to need support. And on the other side of that, a family caregiver trying to manage care, make decisions, find services, often late at night, searching online, overwhelmed, unsure who to trust. And the data supports this reality. 66% of caregivers struggle to find resources. 24% feel alone. And 1 in 3 older adults lack companionship. But here's the key insight. This is not a lack of services. This is fragmentation. We have services. We have programs. We have organizations doing incredible work, such as the AAAs. But families are navigating a disconnected system, a patchwork of solutions that don't speak to each other. And the result? Caregivers feel overwhelmed. Older adults feel isolated. And both sides are trying to figure it out on their own. That's the problem we set out to solve. So let's talk about the solution. Amintro is the first social impact technology company to bring together care tech and age tech through 2 distinct but complementary platforms. Amintro Family, providing community and peer support networks for caregivers, and Amintro Friends, providing community and friendship matching for adults 50 plus. Now let me simplify what that actually means. Before Amintro Family, a caregiver might search endlessly online, bounce between websites, try to validate information, feel unsure and overwhelmed, feel alone, lonely, and scared. After Amintro Family, they enter one centralized, trusted space. They create a profile, they connect with others, they access resources, they engage with organizations all in one place. Now let's look at the other side of the experience. Before Amintro Friends, an older adult might experience a shrinking social circle due to retirement, relocation, or loss, struggle to meet new people or build meaningful friendships, feel isolated or disconnected from their community, spend more time alone with limited social interaction, want connection but not know where or how to start. After Amintro Friends, they enter a welcoming, purpose-built community designed just for them. They create a profile that reflects who they are and what they enjoy. They receive curated friend matches based on location, interests, and lifestyle. They connect with like-minded people both online and in real life. They rediscover a sense of belonging, engagement, and social well-being. And for organizations like yours, you're no longer waiting to be found. You're present where caregivers and older adults are already engaging in a trusted, targeted environment. So instead of fragmentation, we create connection. Now let me introduce you to the platforms themselves, Amintro Family and Amintro Friends, and how they come together to support both caregivers and older adults. At the core of both platforms is community, one for caregivers and one for adults 50 plus, each designed to bring its community together in a supportive, purpose-built environment. From there, it's about connections. Caregivers can engage with and build a personalized peer support network made up of people who truly understand what they're going through, while older adults can build friendships and meaningful social connections. We also provide a robust content hub with educational articles, on-demand videos, and podcasts so users can learn, stay informed, and feel more confident in their decisions and choices. Another key component is the resource marketplace, currently available in the Amintro Family platform. This is where organizations like yours can showcase services, programs, events, and offers, making it easier for families to find and access the right support at the right time. To bring it all together, we've built in communication tools, including in-app chat between users and with organizations, so support is not just available, but also accessible and immediate. For caregivers specifically, we offer a private forum, a safe space where they can share experiences, ask questions, and feel heard without judgment. And importantly, everything is accessible across web, iOS, and Android, making it easy for users to engage in the way that works best for them. At a higher level, what we're really doing is two things. For caregivers, we're building a meaningful peer support network with trusted resources. And for older adults 50 plus, we're recreating opportunities for connection, friendship at a local level, and social well-being. Together, these platforms simplify caregiving, enrich connections, and create a more connected, supported experience for families. Let's focus on caregivers for a moment. Caregiving is not a straight line. We all know this. It's a journey. It often starts with uncertainty, then becomes overwhelming, then becomes isolating. Amintro Family is designed to support caregivers through every stage of that journey. It provides peer support, trusted resources, a centralized marketplace, but most importantly, it provides reassurance. Because one of the most powerful things a caregiver can feel is this: I'm not alone. Caregiving doesn't come with a manual, but this gets close. Before we play this video, I want you to watch for a few things. Notice how simple the experience is. Notice how quickly someone can go from searching to connecting. And think about the caregivers you serve and how this could change their experience. What you're seeing there is not complexity, it's clarity. Now let's shift to older adults, because social isolation is one of the most overlooked challenges of aging. As people move through life, retirement, relocation, loss, their social circles often shrink, and making new connections becomes harder. Not because people don't want connection, but because they don't know how to find it. Amintro Friends changes that. Through intelligent matching based on location, interests, and lifestyle, we create opportunities for real-world friendships, not just online interaction, but meaningful local connection. Because connection is not just social, it's emotional, it's mental, it's foundational for well-being. As you watch this next video, think about this. What does it mean for someone to feel connected again? And how powerful is that, not just for the individuals, but for communities? Let's talk about impact. For caregivers, we reduce stress, we provide support, we help them make better decisions. For older adults, we create connection, we reduce loneliness, we improve well-being. And for organizations, we extend your reach, we amplify your impact, we connect you directly with the people you serve. This is where impact meets scale, because what you do doesn't stop at your physical location anymore. We collaborate with a broad network of organizations across the aging and caregiving sectors, all working toward a shared goal: creating greater impact for older adults and family caregivers. This isn't about replacing what you do, it's about strengthening and extending it. Through Amintro, your organization can expand beyond traditional boundaries, reaching and supporting people you may not otherwise connect with. Our platforms act as digital extensions of your services, making your support more accessible, visible, and continuous. Think of Amintro as your digital front door, open beyond your physical location, beyond your operating hours, and beyond geographic limits. You remain the trusted source. We simply help you reach more people more effectively. We're also proud to work alongside leading organizations and associations in this space, strengthening our collective impact. For example, Amintro is a founding member of the Caregiver Action Network's Caregiver Innovation Council, reinforcing our commitment to advancing support for caregivers and scale. We've been building toward this since 2013, not quickly, but intentionally. We saw the gap early. We saw the fragmentation, the isolation, the disconnect, and we knew the solution wasn't more services. It was connection. 2 platforms, 2 ecosystems designed for real human needs. Accessible, trusted, human-centered. So this is where we move from conversation to action. We'd love to explore how we can work together with the AAAs, how we can align around shared goals and create meaningful impact together. But the first step is simple: advocate. Share Amintro with the families and communities you support, because together we can reach more people, provide more support, and truly change lives. Thank you again for your time. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. Please feel free to email me at cnadalin@amintro.com. Thank you.